Welcome to 2024! This happens to be my first bike ride of the year, and also my first bike ride since a really big and scary earthquake we had on New Year's Day. The epicenter of the 7.6 magnitude earthquake was a couple hours away from us on the Noto Peninsula, and has been a really terrible situation for some cities farther up the coast from us. Thankfully, Zeb and I were safe here, and our apartment was mostly fine except for some broken pipes. On this ride, we'll see 4 shrines in downtown Kanazawa, including Oyama Ginga, the most popular shrine in the city. As an aside, I have to mention how grateful I am for Japan's many free public bathrooms, especially during our time without water. Having been in countries where you have to pay for public bathrooms, it's something about Japan that I never take for granted. I'm still not that comfortable venturing out on a regular bike ride yet, with the frequent aftershocks still happening and the potential for landslides. Plus, I hadn't done my Hatsumode yet, or my first shrine visit for the year. So I thought it might be fun to take it easy with a ride on my Mamachari bike to see a few shrines in Kanazawa. There were often helicopters flying overhead, providing relief to the hardest hit cities, and sometimes the emergency vehicle sirens could be heard, but otherwise, I was happy to see how normal the ride felt. The weather was really nice for early January, and I was riding along the Asanogawa, or the Asano River, from Uchinada. As I left Uchinada, I was relieved to see minimal signs of earthquake damage. Some roads and bridges are damaged, but not the route that follows the train line into the city. It was pretty scary there for a little bit. That was my first really big earthquake. The first shrine I stopped at was one very close to Kanazawa Station, called Yasue Hachimangu. Hachiman is one of the most popular Shinto deities in Japan, and is the ancient god, or kami, of war, divination, and culture. This shrine was founded in the year 939, in a neighborhood that used to have a lot of swordsmiths. There's a Hachiman Okiagari doll at the front, or one of those Daruma dolls that rights itself after it falls over, and the doll symbolizes getting back up if you fall. It says that this statue particularly is modeled after the image of the god Hachiman just after he was born, when he was wrapped in crimson swaddling clothes. These dolls are the same ones that our prefecture's mascot, Hyakuman is modeled after. Offering a 5 yen coin is common because the way you say 5 yen, go in, is the same way you say the word for fate or chance. Kind of like extra good luck when making your prayer. I got a goshuin here, or an honorable seal, to add to my book and commemorate the first shrine I visited in 2024. Afterwards, I continued biking towards the center of Kanazawa. This time of year, the post office mailboxes will dedicate one side to just New Year's postcards, or nengajo. If you put your New Year's card on the left side before the first, the post office will hold them until New Year's Day, when they deliver them all at once. This is a huge feat. According to NHK, Japan Post prepared 1.65 billion cards for 2023. If you're late, you can still put your New Year's cards in the mail to have them delivered until January 7th. But anything later would be considered rude, or just a winter's greeting card instead. This is Oyama Ginga, a larger and more popular shrine, so there was already a line down the stairs for people wishing to pray there. Oyama Ginga is a shrine dedicated to Maeda Toshie, the first lord of the Maeda family, who ruled the Kaga domain for hundreds of years, now present-day Ishikawa and Toyama prefectures. He died in 1599, and his spirit became deified at nearby Mount Utatsu, before the shrine was relocated here in 1873. The shrine has a unique gate that combines Western and Eastern styles, since it was designed by a Dutch architect. The stained glass at the top is really beautiful, especially when it's lit up at night. There were some food stalls getting set up here, and also a huge tent for omikuji, literally sacred lot. This is a random paper fortune you can get, starting at 100 yen. They can be different levels of good, neutral, or bad. But if you get a bad fortune, you can tie it with the others at the shrine and leave your bad luck there. Usually you tie them on or near a pine tree, since matsu means pine, and the same pronunciation is used for the verb to wait, as in wanting your bad luck to wait and not follow you home. I got suekichi, or good luck to come. I think a future blessing is a pretty good sign after such a crazy start to the new year. My fortune also said that there would be shaking in a big tremor, which is a little spooky, but I'll just take it as metaphorical. Some of the stone lanterns and railings had been toppled from the earthquake, but thankfully there wasn't much visible damage. Next to the shrine is a peaceful garden, which is so nice, lush, and quiet. It's one of my favorite spots in Kanazawa, and understandable why it's such a popular spot for Hatsumode. As I left the shrine and headed down the street, I noticed a lot of shimekazare on the doors, which is a New Year's decoration made from shimenawa, or sacred rope. You'll see these a lot during this time of year in Japan, to ward off evil spirits and bring luck for the new year. On my way back home, I biked on a different route back towards the station to visit 2 more small shrines. Shirihige Jinja means White Beard Shrine, and is just a couple blocks from the east entrance of Kanazawa Station. It's small, but there are pretty golden ginkgo trees here during late summer and fall, and there's a swing set and some benches. To get to the final shrine on my way home, I passed under the Kanazawa train station tracks and arrived at Hyakuman Jinja. This is one of the easiest shrines to walk to since it's just outside the station, but it feels a little less peaceful since it's surrounded by tall hotels. There was no one at this shrine either, but it was still nice to see. You have to walk your bike through the west exit on this part of Kanazawa Station, but from here I was heading back to the Asanogawa to ride back home. My short ride into town brought me a lot of peace to see how things were relatively undamaged, and it was a relief to have things feel like they were getting back to normal. Things are still very difficult for towns north of us on the peninsula though, and I hope they can feel a sense of stability and peace soon. I have some ways to donate linked in the description, as well as more information about each of the shrines I visited. Thanks for joining me on this ride, and I hope you have a safe New Year!